is in the mid-40s here in Western New York. We're in Buffalo, the proud home of the Bills. And tonight, the Denver Broncos come calling. And Josh Allen trying to flush away that loss in Cincinnati. He can't wait to get in front of the hometown crowd here at Highmark Stadium. And for Russell Wilson, it's looked different of late, but it's looked better. And the Denver Broncos stroll into this game winners of 2 straight. Welcome to the Progressive Monday Night Kickoff. Welcome inside the stadium as we take a look at the playoff picture here at the end of week number 10. Kansas City at the top of the AFC race. They had their bye week this week. All those teams on the left, if the season were to end today, would be in the postseason. That means the Bills and the Broncos, for that matter, would be on the outside looking in. However, here's the good news. The season does not end today. I have that on great authority. I'm Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. Glad you're with us on Monday Night Football. Lisa Salter's coming up in just a second. Let's talk about the Bills. What gives? I mean, they've got the quarterback. They've got the great receiver. They've got 2 good tackles. They've had injuries on defense, but they're coming off that loss. It's hard to believe that they're sitting here in Week 10 with a record of 5-4.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good players on the offensive side of the ball. And, of course, the way that Josh Allen has played has been outstanding. I do think the turnovers have definitely hurt them. They came out of the gates, tough loss Week 1 to the Jets, but they got it going, and they were scoring a lot of points. And that's what this team is really built around. And then they've struggled. They've not been able to get the points on the board the way that they have. And then with a defense that's had to overcome so many of the injuries that they've had, they're hanging on. But it's really built around this offense, and it will be again tonight against the defense in Denver that has really surprised some people here over the last 2 to 3 ball games.
Well, a huge piece of the defense for the Denver Broncos for years was Von Miller, and he is paying his old friends a call tonight. Time now to send it down to Lisa Salters for a Performance Above, brought to you by Jersey Mike's. Lisa.
Hey, Joe. Well, Von Miller has played 5 games since coming back in Week 5 from an ACL tear he suffered last November, and he hasn't gotten any sacks yet, but the 2-time Super Bowl champ says his knee is feeling better each week, and he believes his breakout game is coming, and wouldn't tonight be perfect as he faces his former team for the first time. Miller says there's absolutely no bad blood between him and the Broncos. He said they loved me there and treated me well, and that playing Denver will be like seeing an old friend he grew up with. Miller spent 10.5 years in Denver after being drafted 2nd overall in 2011. 5 seasons later, he was named MVP of Super Bowl 50, just the 10th defensive player to win that award. And Miller's 110.5 sacks is a Broncos franchise record. Miller says he's not worried about when this season's first sack will come. He says the surgically repaired knee doesn't always do what he tells it to do right now, but he's not thinking about it as much anymore. And that, he says, is a sign that success will happen for him soon.
Yeah, Lisa, tonight would be a good night to have some of that success. He's traded in the cowboy hat for the helmet. He's ready to go. And let's talk about the Denver Broncos of the present, and in particular Russell Wilson. We've covered a lot of his games. It looks very different here of late, but they're running the ball well. They've won 2 in a row, and they really actually feel good about where they are, even at 3-5.
Yeah, a big reason for that has been the improved defense, because they're not playing from behind. They had to throw the ball a lot more really than what Sean Payton has wanted them to offensively. They run the ball well, and that fits right into a lot of the things that Russell Wilson does so well with the play action and getting him outside the pocket. They feel good right now. We talked to Sean Payton a couple days ago. This is an optimistic group. For those people that have not watched the Denver Broncos, it's going to be exciting tonight to see how they come out and play, coming off a huge win a couple weeks ago to the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, this is the Monday after Veterans Day, which happened on Saturday. And we will have our Star-Spangled Banner when we come back. It's a cold night in Buffalo. It's November. It's just like it should be. You're watching the Progressive Monday Night Kickoff.